to a Fox News alert. The U.S. Joint Chiefs of Staff Chairman is in Israel right now as the U.S. works to avoid further escalation in the Middle East after an Israeli naval soldier was killed in rocket fire with Hezbollah firing the IDF's preemptive strikes in Lebanon. Trey Yingst is live in Tel Aviv with the latest. Trey?
Yeah, hey, Griff, Ashley, good morning. After Israel launched preemptive strikes against Hezbollah over the weekend, the region now waits to see what comes next. The Iran-backed group is claiming victory in Sunday's exchange of fire, saying that there is evidence they targeted only military positions and fired close to Tel Aviv. The reality is that 2/3 of the rockets and missiles they had prepared to launch were destroyed by the Israeli military. Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah warned of further attacks in the future when he addressed Lebanon from an undisclosed bunker. But as the region surveys the aftermath of the events over the weekend, Joint Chiefs Chairman C.Q. Brown is in Israel today for meetings. He will speak privately with Israel's Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, I'm told. The top U.S. general's visit comes with American assets spread throughout the region to deter Iran and its proxies from further attacks. With ceasefire talks ongoing in Cairo, once again, at the working level, U.S. officials remain hopeful that a deal to end the war in Gaza could de-escalate regional tension. The talks over the weekend were described as constructive, but they were also immediately rejected by Hamas, who says the terms have changed. Now, 325 days into the war, we do know 100 Israeli hostages still remain inside Gaza. And as the war continues, there are concerns that if a situation is not calmed there in Gaza, there could be larger regional escalation. Griff, Ashley?
Trey Yingst live for us in Tel Aviv. Trey, thank you. So let's now bring in Daniel Flesch, a former senior advisor for Israel's UN mission and former IDF paratrooper. Daniel, thank you for getting up early and starting off our Monday morning here. What do you make of where things stand and the fears of a wider escalation?
Well, thank you. Good morning to you both. It should be clear to everyone watching that we are currently in the midst of a broader regional war and escalation since October. October 7th, Hamas attacked Israel. October 8th, Hezbollah joined in that fight, unprovoked from Israel. And Israel's been fighting for the past 10+ months on 7 different fronts, all fronts that are supported by Iran. So to believe that this could lead to a broader escalation, there's already an escalation going on. And we have to remember that particularly in the north, 80,000 Israelis are currently internally displaced from their homes in the north. So anything that Israel does vis-a-vis Hezbollah is to try to restore deterrence and security to that northern border. This could be one step, but it certainly will not be the last step.
You know, I want to bring it back, Daniel, to what you said a few weeks ago, August 5th to be exact. You said the Biden administration's anti-Israel deterrence has undermined our ally and emboldened our enemies, which in the Middle East is a recipe for war. I want to play this soundbite for you of Biden more or less ignoring reporters' questions on the situation. Listen to this.
Mr. President, are you concerned about a widening war? How are the attacks affecting ceasefire talks? Mr. President, what's the latest with the ceasefire talks? Mr. President, are you concerned about escalation in the Middle East?
You know, Daniel, that's not a good look. What do you make of that?
Well, it's very clear that this administration, the Biden-Harris administration, since October and really before, has pursued a policy of de-escalation in the Middle East, largely, I believe, because it's coming up on a campaign year, but also, in effect, that's been a strategy of deterrence against Israel. You know, in October, the administration, the president went to the region to deliver a bear hug effectively to Israel. They said to Israel, every step of the way, slow down, stop, or don't, whether it's going to Khan Yunis, fighting during Ramadan, going to Rafah in the south, or now engaging with Hezbollah. And we have to realize, again, there is a regional war going on. And the reason it's a regional war is because of Iran. It's Iranian proxies that are attacking Israel in Lebanon, in Gaza, from Judea and Samaria, the West Bank, from Iraq, from Syria, from Yemen, and obviously Iran itself. So to believe that any response from Israel would lead to broader escalation, again, the framing has to be that we are currently seeing a wider regional war. And America's allies and enemies see our response, whether we're withholding our ally Israel from engaging in this existential fight and giving succor to our enemies, Iran and others, enabling them to take the initiative and, again, keep 80,000 Israelis displaced from their homes in the north.
So final question, Daniel. We've got two carrier strike groups, the Lincoln and Teddy Roosevelt, in the Middle East. We couldn't have a stronger posture, I don't think. Is Iran getting the message, which is stay out of this?
Well, it's certainly not a question of capabilities on the part of the United States, even without that force posture demonstrated throughout the region, both in the Mediterranean as well as the Persian Gulf. But it's a question of will. If is there the political and military will to actively engage Israel's and America's enemies? And I believe our enemies don't think there is the will. Otherwise, we would have seen the Biden-Harris administration take much more proactive steps months ago, or even letting Israel engage in the manner it needs to.
Daniel Flesch, former advisor to Israel's UN mission, thank you very much for taking time and for your insight.
Thanks, Daniel.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.